behind us. We're looking forward to Happy Valley on a Wednesday night and 8 races at the City Circuit. What a day, though, it was on Sunday. We're looking back on the 4 Group 1s very shortly. A very warm welcome to Racing to Win. I'm Andrew Jeune, joined by our former analyst, as always, Paul Lally, and race caller Mark McNamara as well. Before Mark, we'll be looking back in a bit more detail about the Group 1s in the weekend. What was your overall thoughts on the day, though?
Eerie, Andrew. G'day to you and everybody. Just a very eerie day with no crowd there, but they went ahead and the racing certainly didn't let us down. The performance by Golden 60 was amazing. Mogul, the 3-year-old, wonderful as well, and Zach just finished off what was a great week for him. It
certainly was, yeah, winning the IJC on Wednesday night. Paul, we'll get your thoughts in a second on HKR week, but looking forward to Wednesday night. Jackpots, first starters, short price favourites?
Yeah, there's a couple of good jackpots there. 3.9 million going into the triple trio and 2.3 million going into the 6-up win bonus. So 2 really good jackpots to get your teeth into. If you made a bit of money on the weekend, you can reinvest on Wednesday.
Excellent. All right, we'll start into the Happy Valley cards very shortly. Before that, though, let's look back on the weekend action with our racing review. Big race of the day. They're all big races, of course. Most valuable on the card, though, was the Longines Hong Kong Cup. And Mark, it was a chance ride for Zach Purton, but he didn't let it go to waste. Winbright, what a run from him again, just inside. And Magical, though, his favourite in the purple cap, just trying to burst through on the inside.
Yeah, she did her thing, didn't she, Magical? She was thereabouts without looking like threatening. Furore had every chance. Time Warp didn't run out the trip. Denon Premium pulled too hard, which meant, Paul, it was set up for something that could have a late burst of speed at them, and it was the grey Normcore, and pretty happy Zach Purton there.
Yeah, won really nicely, didn't he? Sort of Zach stood up on her at the end, and was a really, really good win from her. And look, she came here last year in the mile, ran 4th, and has come here and won this. And what a great run from Winbright. 3 starts now at Sha Tin for 2 wins in that close second.
Yeah, and Japanese filling 3 of the first 4 places. Fury just out of the money. Yeah. As we said before, Zach winning the IJC on Wednesday night at Happy Valley. Capping it off there with Nomcore in the Cup too. We'll look back very quickly on the other ones, and Mogul first, Mark, in the Vase.
Just a machine, this 3-year-old. Had a bit of a pull in the weights on Exultant, but had him covered easily, and the further they went, the bigger the margin got. And you have to think the older he gets, the better he's going to be. So it might not be the only time we've seen him in Hong Kong doing what he did on the weekend.
Yeah, I'd like to see. I'm really wanting to follow his career now, because I think he's going to go on and on with it now. He said that's 2 Group 1 wins, 1 in France, and now this one here. He got the perfect run, but he won very impressively.
Yeah, and Ryan Moore straight after that, straight into Danon's smash, Paul, in the sprint.
Yeah, no, it was a bit of a strange one here with the sprint, because it was quite a bit of a cluster there, but Danon Premium came down the outside, drew 14, so he did it the hard way. He won really nicely. The locals were a little bit disappointing, I think. Hot King Prawn, a classic legend, didn't get much from barrier number 1. He was buried on the inside, and Vincent Ho didn't have, couldn't do much there with him.
The old boys did themselves proud in that race as far as Hong Kong went. Jolly Benner, Wishful Thinker and Rattan all going crackers.
Absolutely, but speaking of Vincent Ho, Mark, this was just brilliant to watch.
He is just an animal, this horse, isn't he? The speed that he has, again, he's rounded up world-class horses just so quickly and so easily, and there's just nothing that can come to Hong Kong and beat him. Paul, hopefully one stage down the track he can travel. They're not going to at this stage with the pandemic around, but it'll be great to see him stay here in Hong Kong from our point of view.
Yeah, fantastic to watch. We've watched him all the last couple of seasons as he's matured into a fantastic horse. Yeah, I'd love to see him go to Japan or even Dubai.
Yeah, as it turned out, that was the final start as well for Beauty Generation. Just for a moment at the top of the straight, I thought it was back on, but he went out very bravely. Golden 60 gets 3 points. Puts him 130 plus now, Paul.
Yeah, so he's the highest rated horse now here in Hong Kong. Winning Dreamer, he's gone up 7. That was a good win from him. He's up to 102, still unbeaten. I thought Torben Diamond's win was good. He's up to 6 now, 93, so he'll go into the 4-year-old series. And Lucky Patch showed he's a really nice horse on both the all-weather and the turf. He goes up 8.
And Master Montara, Mark, that was a pleasing debut from him.
It was, still unbeaten now, 2 in Australia and 1 here in Hong Kong, and he was hard-ridden at the top of the straight, but when he grabbed the bit, he just picked them up so very quickly. He looks to have a pretty promising future.
He certainly does. All right, they were the big winners on the afternoon. We'll see if we can find some more with our horses to follow. All right, Paul, you can lead us off as always. What did you spot?
A horse called Pure Legend. Now, I have spotted him before last season. I just wanted to refresh everyone's memory on him. He's come in here fresh up. He's done a really nice run. He was well back, and he took a while to get out into that gap. But once he got in those yellow colours, The Legend colours, they're famous here with Southern Legend, etc. And he hit the line really strongly. I thought it was a really nice run from him. And look, a win from him looks very close. The way he finished off the line was really good.
Yeah, lucky patch, the winner, super footballer, super run again from him in second place. Mark, for you?
And going back to Happy Valley last Wednesday night, Andrew, Helene Wisdom Stars only had the 3 starts here in Hong Kong, 1 over the mile and 2 over the 1650 at Sha Tin. Think distance is going to be his friend. He had 2 starts in Ireland, both at Dundalk, won both of them over 1,600 metres. Gift of Lifeline and Smiling City, the 2 horses that beat him home here. But he just kept coming all of the way down the straight, making ground on that pair. So distance will be his friend, and I don't think a win's too far away.
Yeah, and that was, of course, one of the wins, or the win that I suppose sealed it to a certain extent for Zach in the IJC. Pamola True for me. Now, we're looking at the head-on because he disappears on the lateral shot out of picture quite quickly, but he raced up right behind that horse that just about to hit the front of the purple. That's Winning Dream, and he travelled very strongly as well. Winning Dream is now 6 from 6. Skyfield with the big white face as well down the outside. I think fitness has just sort of taken its toll a little bit in the closing stage, and he ran out of room as well. He was placed in the Group 3 Prix-Jean Prat in his last start in France, where he's raced as Molatru. But this horse brings some nice form from Europe, including a winner in the Spring Cup. That's a listed race on the all-weather in the UK, so maybe have some options there with a switcher surface as well. So look out for him. He might not be a quick turnaround, but Pamola True for the future. Now, what happened on the weekend and before? Well, Caris Teeton picked up a couple of days and a $75,000 fine, and William Buick as well. This was back at Happy Valley for William, riding 2 days, careless riding, 16th to the 21st. All right, so that wraps up everything that happened in the days and weeks gone by. As we look forward now to Happy Valley, and Red Brick Fighter would have been a player as well, I think, in race number 5. He has been scratched. He's replaced by After Me. Alex Lai will ride there. So up to meeting number 30 now this season here at Happy Valley. We're on the C course as well. We start off with a Class 4. We do have a Class 5, but that comes up as race number 3. First race headed by Owner Star. This is over the 1,800 metres, the course and distance winner last season. Bundle Light still a maiden after 8. Great Times. Jerry Chow back in the saddle here. He takes £7 off. Great Times is back. Cheerful Stars winner over this distance. That was at Sha Tin last campaign. We've got Victoria Seeker, who won over this course and distance back in April. Indigenous Stars won twice here over the 1650. Sweetly Baby with the visors on, the blinkers come off, and Exaltation moves from barrier 13 into barrier number 8. Joe Moreira ride him. He had a tough trip last time behind Full Power. Cheerful Star, Fortune Triple, Exaltation have all been up at Chung Fa Mark in the last 30 days. How does the speed look?
Got Sweetly Baby Andrew going to the lead off a slow tempo with the gear change, the blinkers and the hood coming off. Owner Star getting a perfect run behind him. Victoria Seeker, Fortune Triple out there 3 wide. Magnetism fairly handy from Exaltation, 3 out with cover. Bundle of Delight as he does. He gets back from Great Times, Cheerful Star and Indigenous Star, Paul, the last couple.
Bundle of Light's the first one we're going to have a look at here. Zach Purden will jump aboard. He steps up to 1,800 metres, which looks ideal for the son of Tavistock. His work's been pretty good, and he's a pretty fit horse coming to this race. He's had plenty of runs now this season. This will be his 4th as Bundle of Delight. Indigenous Star, he's quite keen in the mornings, this horse. He does pop up occasionally at big odds. You can see he wants to go a lot faster here, and Matthew Poon will take the mount, barrier number 7 for him, and 1,800 looks ideal at this stage of his preparation. And Exaltation, now he generally works really well, this horse. He's still a maiden, though, from his 18 starts. Joe Moreira will jump aboard, so he'll come up in the market once again. But he just doesn't bring his track work to the races at this stage.
All right, OK, but Joe does stick with him. We'll start with a horse that's not a maiden. It's a course and distance winner, in actual fact. His name is Owner Star. It'll be ridden by Antoine Hamlin.
I like this horse, and we have a good draw. I finished 4 last time with him, with a very good form. I'm a little bit confident with him for tonight. He can run well for me.
Over 1,650 metres last time. He never really looked to be travelling, but up to 1,800, a trip that he's won at before. Will that suit him better, do you think?
Yeah, I think exactly. He needs a little bit of help for travelling, for keep the balance, and after for finish, he knows the job. We just need to ask him for finish strong.
He's recently gone from Class 3 to Class 4. Is this a better class for him?
Yeah, it's more easy in Class 4, and I think the form is very, very good, and hopefully a winner.
From the horse's form to your own form, you've ridden 7 winners this season. How do you think you're riding at the moment?
A little bit more quiet than last season, but it's more difficult when you are here for full season. Everybody knows that, but I still keep going and happy. Stronger. not many winners, but a lot of place for me. It's not a bad season, just a little bit more luck for win.
Yeah, 7 winners, 9 seconds, 22 thirds. Can you believe that, Antoine? But I think this horse has got a big chance to hopefully adding to that win statistic. That's Owner's Star. Let's have a look at Bundle of Delights, Mark. He's had 8 starts here in Hong Kong. Hasn't actually hit the frame as yet, but he's shown that he's definitely got some ability, I think.
He does. He comes to Happy Valley for just the 3rd time, Andrew. His first 2 he's finished behind Green Luck and Smart Leader. Been back to Sha Tin Pool for 3 starts. One of them he's held up here badly looking for room. 1800 for the first time should suit.
Yeah, but being by Tavistock, you'd think it would. And look, the way he hits the line, as you say, he has caught my eye on a couple of occasions. From barrier 2, Zach Purden aboard. I think this could be his race.
OK, all right. Moving on then to Cheerful Star, we'll have a look at next. And Magnetism, the old boy, Paul, the age of 8 now. Yeah,
an 8-year-old now, barrier 4. He'll get his opportunity once again. I just thought he just sort of battled last start behind Dynamic Eagle. Look, Cheerful Star, I think he's a consistent horse. He's only won the 1 time from his 32 starts, but he has had sort of 8 placings. He runs 3rd and 4th and that type of thing quite a few times. So his win was off 45. He's off 47 now. So I've got him in on a minor line.
Such an even race. Thought they were both chances, Cheerful Star. He has placed twice at the Valley in both of them over this trip.
All right. What about Sweetly Baby, Mark? Now, the map actually had him leading, or, you know, a chance of him being prominent there. He was 3rd last time out over the 1650.
He was, and he steps up to 1800 metres. He did that on the all-weather. Not sure he ran the trip out, but he comes back to the turf here, Paul, and he won over 1650 on the all-weather 3 starts ago. Look, it's such an even race. It's Alexi Bedell for Casper Founds. He's one of many, many hopes.
Yeah, he comes in with a lightweight, but he did win in Class 5 on the all-weather, so I'm just not sure about this race for him.
Sorry, and when I said last time, that was his last run at Happy Valley. As Mark said, he's had that run on the all-weather since. Victoria's Secret is the favourite, though, Paul. I've
got him in because I think 1800 looks OK for him. But I'm going to go with Bundle of Delight. I've been with this horse a few times now, and I think the 1800 is his opportunity to win. So he's on top. Owner's Star, as you mentioned, his win was of 65. He's now down to 55, so a well-placed horse. Victoria's Secret the favourite, and Cheerful Star's honest. He runs a race 2 1s, 7 and 6.
With the 2 also, Bundle of Delight, David Hall and Zach Purton, 15 times they've combined this season. They've won 4, so better than 1 in 4. He's on top. 1800 should suit. It will suit Victoria's Secret. 3 goes, track and distance for a win into 3rd. Cheerful Star, he tends to like going around at the 1800 metres at Happy Valley. And the old boy Magnetism, he goes in for 3rd. His win was off a rating of 55, coming back from 2200 and 2000 back to 1800. 2, 7, 6 and 3, but gee, it's an even race.
It certainly is. I've got Bundle of Delight in as well. I don't share your quite confidence, but 1 and 10, 10 and 1 my cue there in the first. Race number 2, we stay in Class 4 company for the second. Drop back, though, to the 1200 metres.